Today was a very unfortunate day. First, the crystal cracked when I switched from hot water to very cold water while rinsing. It's hard to see, but I will try to zoom 1 second. What you see around 5 o'clock in this is a surface crack on the outer side. I believe polishing material will fill that and make it invisible. But as a lesson, I will only rinse with warm water now. Now, secondarily, when I dropped this in the ultrasonic cleaner, the case, and the reason was that I was originally intending to just polish it while it was still in the case, but I noticed a crystal ring issue, a gap under the crystal ring, which there still is. This pointed to a structural issue with the crystal, but it turns out it's not either not related to the crystal or there is another reason. Anyway, in the ultrasonic cleaner, while I was cleaning, the bezel cracked, and before putting it in the ultrasonic cleaner, I also saw signs of glue under the crystal ring. So maybe when these all come together, it may point to a previously cracked bezel, and maybe the previous guy found a way to compress this like this so much that it was invisible and glued it. And what I saw was the creep from that glue, maybe. So this could have been a previous solution. And anyway, I undid it, but even now the dial isn't very safe here. So I will sadly have to find a solution for this watch. I have one donor case at home and another donor case incoming. But the sad thing is that I really love the case on this one, and it's impossible to find donors with these polished bezels, original polished bezels. So one way or another, it's a big loss. I also love this watch because the star is upside down. It's an interesting watch. I wore this a couple of times and I found the watch very, very lucky. But now these two unfortunate incidents happening back to back, it's definitely interesting, definitely very unexpected. I never expected to damage a watch to this degree while cleaning. And I also measured the ring area. It was 31.04 millimeters. So I think it's also an issue with the manufacturing process, and that issue finally manifesting. I think the ring areas weren't cut enough on these cases, because you also see cracked bezels quite frequently on these models, polished bezels. So much that I have a friend who bought two of them in consequence. Two of them in sequence. So I guess this is all I have to say. I'm very sad. I also wonder whether I should turn this star to, because with my current experience level it will be an easy operation. But I love this upside down star, so that's one reason I'm not going to turn it. And a secondary reason is that these dials are a bit brittle, or maybe they are abused. And for example, on this watch, there were signs of abuse, but you can see around the date window that there are some flaking. And there's also one other point around 5 o'clock in this, there is single flaking. But even in this condition, this is a top condition dial. And the reason I'm afraid is that if this flaking happens around the start to when I push it out or when I attempt to turn it, I will probably not attempt to turn it. Seems dangerous. But I recall maybe turning the star once on another watch. Maybe it was a donor dial. So it's definitely doable, but I think it's safer to just pop it out and then insert it back in and apply the UV glue. As for the solution for this one, I have an empty 0.027 case with the white gold bezel, maybe donating the white gold top to this one, but keeping the 0.017 model number could be a good solution if the case spec is compatible with that case. Sometimes they aren't. The threads don't match perfectly. So that could be one solution, but that case also was waiting new movement. So basically there is this 027 serial, a dial. I was going to, but originally it was a corroded watch, that one. The movement was gone. Now I could, instead of building that 027 backup, I could just get the case on here, uppercase. Anyway, it is very confusing right now. And when things like this happen, and there isn't a perfect solution, and when you apply one solution, you also sacrifice another watch. For that reason, it's very confusing. I try to think of the solution as maybe if you think of the collection as a system, and the solution should increase the scoring of that system. I'm not sure whether sacrificing one watch and making this a better watch, or getting that watch backup and instead having one more watch in my collection is a better solution. And it's also very unexpected because I was just intending this to be as a cleaning, and having the watch broke down like this was certainly demotivating. Anyway, I guess this is it for today. Even while polishing the crystal, you can lose your watch like this. I mean, it doesn't look bad, and it's definitely improved in many ways, but the broken bezel, or rather the exposure of that previously broken bezel, was really unexpected.